All right, y'all, we back. Episode 15. Understanding support in your support networks. And I'm going to do an introduction, the definition of support. Emotional, informational, or practical help provided to individuals. Importance of support. Enhances well-being, resilience, and coping mechanisms. Types of support. Emotional, instrumental, and informational. Emotional support, comfort, empathy, and encouragement during difficult times. Instrumental support. Tangible assistance like financial help, transportation, etc. Informational support, guidance, advice, and resources to help solve problems. We have sources of support: family, friends, community groups, and professional help. I'm going to tell you about my shared experience on support. I told you about my identity. And then because I didn't know my identity, I didn't understand my opportunities. And then when opportunities were presented to me, I didn't understand who actually supports me. And support for me starts with my grandmother. My grandmother, love her. She's no longer with us. But she was my rock. She was my support system. She understood me. She got me. Always told me positive things. Always told me it was going to get better. Always made sure that I stayed going forward. And we used to go over there. And this is back late 80s, early 90s. We used to go over there and we didn't want to turn the TV. You know, back then, BET was on the videos and all of that stuff. We wanted to turn the TV. And you'll never guess what she always had it on. One channel. Always. Country music. And the only time we could change it is when she laid down or she went somewhere or something like that. But it was always on country music. I thought back then as a farce, I was like, man, what's going on? You know, family business to say something. And I didn't get it at the time, but I understand it now. And speaking of support, she also, when I stayed over there, that the very next day, she told me to take a shower. Now, you know, I'm a grown person, I think. She take a shower, brush your teeth, you know, do all that. We going something. I'm like, going where? Just get ready. Make sure you're presentable. Make sure this, and that. So we get in the car. And we drive down, we roll up to Burger King. Now, Burger King was a spot, you know, older people, you know, they get coffee, whatever, conversate, social interaction, this. And so she knew the manager. So she takes me up here. She said, this is my grandson. He needs a job. He's a hard worker, this, and that. He talked to me, say, so, yeah, do you know? I said, yeah, I've worked in fast food before, this, and that. And she got me a job. Support. Grandma. You know? And when she passed away, I was devastated. Because I felt like I didn't have nowhere to go. And this kept happening throughout my life where people that were instrumental in my life were no longer here. So that's one form of support. And then what's the benefits of strong support? Well, improve mental health, you increase life satisfaction, and you got better physical health. And sometimes, like for me, when the first time I got in trouble, I was 17. I mean, really got in trouble, 17. And you got to think, from 12 years old to 17, I'm already active in drinking and experimental weed and stuff like that. So when I get in trouble, they offer me See, here's another theme. Hey, why don't you go into an in-treatment program? Talk to a counselor and that, see, check on your mental health and see if this, and that. As soon as she said that word, it was like, oh, no. No, what was that? Oh, yeah, I'll do my 3 months, 4 months, whatever that, whatever that is. It's not funny, but it is. Because it's insanity. And you got to know when somebody is helping you, when they're actually supporting you, they're giving you an option, an alternative. And I'm so backwards, I convinced myself, oh, no, I don't need that. No, I don't need that. That's completely ridiculous. And so my support that I had, I normally just threw it to the side. Mental health stuff, convinced I was paranoid, thinking that, oh, no, that's something else. I could do it on my own. I'm a strong person. I'm pretty smart. This, and that. And all I was doing was running game on myself. Because I needed the help. Anytime you start drinking at 12 years old and your brain's not fully functioning, and now you're 17 and you're engrossed in this and you think that you're an adult, but you're running around in your second childhood like me. I'm just running around, and I need people to tell me that, hey, go there, take a shot, clean it, so we can go down here and get you something going, a job or something, so you could not be in trouble. That's support. Challenges, though. And once, I think I was 21, 22, I started getting some help. I started talking to some counselors. I started having some therapy. I was diagnosed at that time with anxiety. She was like, I'm going to let you know on the OCD, but I already know because I'm a perfectionist. OCD comes along with that. If you do anything, you do it, don't know how to stop. There's some place you're trying to go. I know me. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get somewhere. And it just didn't work out. So my support that I had, I always chose the wrong support. I chose the people that were drinking. Oh, man, let me hear you rap this, and that. Man, you, oh, and pumping me up. Man, you gonna do it right. You gonna lay down the track, pumping me up. But that's not the support that I needed, because in reality, that wasn't gonna happen. And so these people around me are just leading me further and further down some weird road that I got to try to get back. And I got to do it on my own. There's not going to be no support. When you make a choice and you go down that road, just know you're going to have to handle it alone. And then as you fix yourself, pick yourself up, things will start to happen. People will be added. Things will be more and more normalized once you get that kind of support. And so I started understanding what my support was. And when my son was 12 years old, he wanted to come live with me. His mother was like, no, this, and that. And I thought it was just going to be cool. Oh, he can come stay with me. But I had to go to court. And I don't have that kind of money. I don't got no money for no lawyers or nothing like that. So what I did is I looked for support. And I looked up lawyers, maybe I could get a pro bono, and I found this place where I could pay $29 a month. They give me all the information. And this is another tip on the side. If you're going to behave like I did and do all kind of weird stuff, know the law. Know what the crime carries. You just have to know everything. And once I got involved in that, and they were giving me the information, I was ready. And we went to court. When we went to court, the judge supported me and was like appointed my son his own attorney. Long story short, I get custody of him. It's really unheard of, but I had support. And the only way that I had support is I had many years of doing the consistent thing, the legit thing. Behaving properly, because a lot of time it's about behavior. You could solve a lot of things with just behavior alone. And I got support. And I know what support looks like. So as I was moving on in my journey, there were some challenges. Stigma. Barriers to seeking help due to fear of judgment. In other words, the society I am, the community that I am, it ain't cool. It ain't cool to seek nothing. No, they calling me crazy. It ain't cool. And if you keep hearing that, you're like, oh no, I could solve it. But how can I solve it? I can't stop drinking. I can't stop doing unnecessary stuff. So yeah, I had a fear of judgment, which just made it worse. And another thing was a geographical location. Physical separation can limit support opportunities. So if you're in an environment where there's no positivity, there's nothing going on, no resources, no programs, because there's always programs. I don't understand why people act like there's nothing. I went to many programs, and I didn't have to. It was by choice, because I chose to live a certain lifestyle. I chose to be in that environment. So when you do that, you have to take the responsibility, whatever that comes with that. And you can't really expect any support, not from people that care about you and love you. They want you back. And then also changes in relationships. Life transitions, they alter existing support dynamics. Life transitions. Getting arrested, losing your job. There's all kind of things. But in that moment, you have to really look and think about what is your support. Who really supports you? And why? And then once I got into really going to meetings, peer-to-peer meetings and therapy and things like that, and I started to understand the English language, and I started to study it, and I started to understand that a lot of these attachments, these labels, and these things that are thrown around with the English language has serious intent. And if you don't separate yourself from that, knowing who you are as an individual yourself, then it's going to be instrumental. And you're going to need some informational support. And once you get that support, you have to build and maintain support networks. And support networks, I will speak for myself, mine are NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Health, MHA. Those are two organizations that I am attached to. And I do a lot of presentations, run some peer classes. I'm very active in making sure that specific individuals have this information, because I didn't have it. And so those two, also you have the Veterans Crisis Line. You got the Crisis Text Line. You got Psychology Today Therapy Directory. I'm going to put all these in the link. Trevor Project and SAMHSA. There's about 10 of them. And they are support networks. They are support systems. They're confidential. There's no judgment. There's no nothing. It's a space where you can be yourself, say whatever you want to say. See if there is somebody or something that, that relates to you. They may have a story to help you out. But support, family, friends, professional people, all have to be aligned with what it is that you're doing. Which means when you say, man, I'm thinking about, in about 2 years, I'm going to open this business on this certain thing I've been working on. I've been working on it for about 6 years, and then I tell him what it is, and then he's like, oh man, come on. How long you been working on that? Ah, right? So if you're around individuals that do that all the time, and then 3 months later, somebody asks me, somebody that supports me asks me, hey man, hit me up on that thing you've been working on. I know you got it. I know you got it tightened up now. What is it? I'm like, oh man, that stuff ain't. And you don't realize it. So throughout my life, a lot of my ideas and my creativity and my stuff was snuffed. I snuffed it myself based on my own perception and the fact that I didn't know who really supported me. Because if I'm around individuals that could care less, I mean, it's going to be obvious after a while whether they do or they don't. And most of the time around me, they could care less. You know, the only time they had something to say is when I was in trouble. When I'm doing my thing, then I can't hear, I don't, where they at? So the sources of support, right, which be your family, immediate, extended, and chosen families as a primary support networks, or friends, social connections that provide companionship and understanding, community groups, local organizations that offer resources and social connections, and professional help, therapists, counselors, support groups, and specialized support. That's what we specialize in. We have resources. I told you, peer support. We are the cool version, and we do all kind of stuff. Dance. We deal with music, art. We hike. Like I said, I'm not too far from Death Valley, so I'm into that hiking and doing that kind of stuff. But we support each other. We support each other. It's all positive, and we don't have time for negative stuff. I mean, because I live my life, a good portion of it in my head, and fear of many things that I still to this day don't realize why I imprison myself like that. So just know you got support. We appreciate you, and in conclusion, building and maintaining support networks, you need to identify your needs, recognizing what type of support do you need, reaching out, initiate contact with friends, family, and community service, engaging actively, which means participating in community activities or support groups, reciprocating support, offering help to others strengthens bonds. And I told you I'm going to leave the link in there. I got 2 more weeks of I'm taking the advanced peer-to-peer specialist training from Medi-Cal. I'll let y'all know how that goes. When I get done with that, I am going to give you the information for that and the link for that. That specific certification is going to be the new requirement for peer-to-peer in mental health. And, I'm going to keep you up to date. I'm doing it, so I want to get through it, see what's up, collect the data, and then I'm going to get back with you. Also, appreciate all my subscribers for supporting me, because we ain't going to stop. We got stuff, and it's positive, and we going to keep it going. And I just appreciate y'all supporting me. And till next time, till next week.